Hi everyone, my name is Claudia Borrego, and today I'm going to show you how to create Google Rubrics to help you make grading easier and faster. Rubrics have been a part of Google Classroom for a long time, but because it does take a little time at the front end of things, they're not as popular as other Google tools. However, the time you spend creating one will save you twice that much when you start grading the work. Plus, once you create your first one, you can keep reusing it and editing the copy to fit your needs. Let's get started. First, fill in at least your assignment title. Now, go over to the bottom right-hand side and click on the Rubric button. There are 3 ways you can add a rubric to your assignment: from scratch, reuse an existing rubric, or import one from Sheets. Click on Create Rubric. Notice that the title of your assignment appears at the top of the screen. This is important because it's how you'll be able to find it again in your list of available rubrics when you choose Reuse Rubric. Now let's look at the different sections that need to be filled out. First, the criterion's title can be as simple as Question 1, Section 1, or just 1. My assignment requires that students find 2 similes, so we'll title this one Simile 1. Since students get to see the rubric, this also helps reinforce the requirements for the grade. The description will help us create our levels and serve as a reminder to students of the task they must perform. For this example, we'll type student correctly identifies a comparison between 2 unlike things using like or as. Next, decide how many points each question will be worth. You can create as many levels for this criterion as you'd like by clicking on the plus sign on the side. Use titles like mostly correct, partially correct, and incorrect attempt, and revise the descriptions to match the title. Don't forget to always add 1 for did not attempt, and assign 0 points to it for those students who turn this part of the work in blank. My assignment will only need incorrect and did not attempt added to it. Continue adding criterion to your rubric by clicking on the Add a Criterion button on the bottom, or click on the 3 dots for the criterion you created and choose Duplicate Criterion. If you need to make changes to any of your criterion, simply click on the section that needs it and make your changes. Don't forget to click on the Save button on top every time you finish making changes. So long as you haven't used this rubric to grade an assignment, you can continue to make changes by clicking on the 3 dots at the very top and choosing Edit. To reuse a rubric, simply choose Reuse Rubric and choose it by the name of the assignment that it was created in. Google makes a copy of it and renames it with your new assignment title. You can make any changes to this copy as you need without worrying that changes will be made to your original rubric. To share your rubric or use a rubric that someone has shared with you, the person who creates the original rubric must first export it into a Google Sheets. To do this, click on it again in the assignment page after saving the new rubric. Click the 3 dots at the top right-hand corner and choose Export to Sheets. Click on View once the rubric has been exported. Click on the Share button on the top and share your work with others. This is a great way to split up the workload when working with a grade level team of teachers. To use the rubric when grading, simply open the assignment and choose your student's work. The rubric will appear on the left-hand side. Simply click on the score you want to assign for each step of the work, and the rubric will automatically calculate the final score. You can also manually enter a score or comment for each step if you feel that the work warrants it. Once you're done grading the assignment, return it to your students. When they open it up, they'll be able to see exactly how they came to earn the score and any comments you may have added. I hope this tutorial has helped you and that it makes your job grading digital homework a whole lot easier. Until next time, have a great day.